Hey everybody, it's Emily from Naptime Creations, and today I'm going to be doing actually a no-sew project with you. On Monday I made a top for this outfit, and today I'm going to be trying to complete this Halloween costume by making a no-sew tutu skirt to go with this peacock costume that I'm trying to make. So let's get cutting our tulle. So you need felt and you need tulle to do this project, and I'm going to start with the tulle part of it. So I'll move my felt behind me. Again, those of you just stopping by, we're making the skirt for this shirt, and this is the shirt I sewed on Monday, and I've also just made a blog post about it, so you can get all the information about how we made it, find the video from there. And today we're making a tulle skirt out of these colors to go with it and hopefully have a cute little peacock costume. So Barbara, another Wisconsinite, yay! So glad to see all of you guys checking in. And this is my elastic that I'm going to make the band on. So after I cut my tulle, I'll call Rose back here and see if she can help me. And since I'm doing this a no-sew project, I'm just going to try to tie it around her waist. So was anyone able to post this video into the Naptime Creations pattern group? Anyone watching who is able to do that? I would appreciate it. So, all right, so I'm gonna try to cut several layers at once for the sake of time and because I don't think it really matters. So I'm just going to fold this here. I'm not sure if I need to use my rotary cutter or I can just cut it, but again, this is would be easier and simpler and faster if you just bought the roll of tulle. I'm knocking things over. Just bought the roll of tulle that you can get at your local craft fabric store, but I bought this at the fabric market. And so I'm dealing with this. So I'm cutting 6-inch wide strips since I don't have the roll. Let me grab my scissors that went flying to snip the ends of these. So anyway, I'm going to just cut this into strips, and then this is, if you did buy it by the roll, then your tulle would look similar to this. So Michael, if you just hit share on this video, and if you're part of the Naptime Creations group, you should just be able to share it to the group. If you're not part of the group, you won't be able to do that, but I would love to have you be part of the group. I just can't accept new members until I'm done with the video because I'm doing the video. So anyway, if you're you have to already be in the group, I think, to share it, but then you could just post it. So it's not a problem. I can just post it there after I'm done. And I think most people in the group know to pop over and check my page. So if they're looking for this video, hopefully they'll think to come over. So anyway, and also remember, if you're watching this on a shared version, like at the top of the page, if it says Naptime Creations shared their video, I won't be able to see your comments until later. So if you want me to be able to see the comments that you're making, which of course I love to read your comments, then you'll need to pop over to the original video, which is on Naptime Creations page. So if you're watching a shared version of this, which I love shares, then you can go with that. So the video just popped out of nowhere. Wow. Interesting. Not quite sure how that happened. All right, so I'm cutting my tulle again because I did not buy this in the roll. I bought this at the fabric store or at the fabric market, and maybe it'd just be faster to cut it. And I was buying it by the yard, which is great because it's really cheap. But so anyway, so now we have long strips that we can cut. Okay, and we're gonna be making these, let's see, I think I know that. All right, so let's cut the green, and then we can start putting it on the elastic. And I think actually when I get making this, it's gonna, I think it's gonna go up really quick because you're just tying the tulle onto the elastic. We're not sewing, but the cool part of this skirt, or the part that makes it a little bit different, is that we're gonna add some felt peacock feathers into the onto the back of the skirt. So if you click the link that shows my inspiration for this over on Andrea's notebook, you'll see how adorable this skirt is. So I'm hoping mine will turn out even just a fraction as cute as that one, because that one over there, I die every time I see this. So anyway, hey Rose, Rosie, can you come here for a second? Rose, come here. See if she can take a break from watching her show. I think she's watching Franklin the Turtle, and come get her waist measured. Rose! Rosie! Can you come here? Okay. Mommy needs to measure your waist. Come here. Oh, careful. Careful. Okay. Cher, we're making a tutu skirt for a peacock costume. At least that's what my goal is. So, hey Rose, you want to say hi? Right here. No, right here. Hi. Rose is wearing a cape this morning that she wanted on. So, with the elastic, I think you need to get at least 1 inch wide. This is I don't know, it's a scrap of elastic that I have that, is something. So, use at least 1 inch elastic, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I'm just going to put it around her, and I'm going to tie it, not too tight, obviously, but how I want the skirt to be, okay? And then I think we can just, oh boy, you're going to dance on the table, aren't you? Take it up. No, yeah. I don't know how strong the table is. This is just from IKEA. Okay. Don't step on the pins. Down you go. Okay, off you go. You can go back to watching Franklin. All right, so here's my cut strips of tulle. And Rose is not very tall, so I want to make sure that, I guess I'm going to see how long these are. Yeah, so I think I'm going to cut each one of these in half, and then I'm just going to put this around the elastic. So how you put these on the elastic is you fold it in half. So if you had a long strip from a roll of tulle, you would just cut double the length you want your skirt. So if you want your skirt to be about 10 inches long, you would cut your tulle 20 inches. These are about 36 inches, and I can always trim it later. So you fold it in half, and then you put it around the elastic, and you just put the ends through the middle fold, and then pull it tight. Okay? And there you go. I'm making her a tutu. This is going to be a Halloween costume. So I'm getting a jump start on my costuming for Halloween. So yes, otherwise I don't, and I mean, she's 2. She's wearing a cape this morning, so she doesn't just like to play. But yeah, so this is specifically for a costume for Halloween. So that's kind of my inspiration in making this, and I thought if I made it now, then if some of you like the idea or have a little girl who would love to wear a tutu for Halloween, then you would still have time to make one before it's actually Halloween. So In Hong Kong, we don't, the area where we live, there's not really trick-or-treating because we're in an apartment building, and with mostly people who are local from Hong Kong, and so then they wouldn't really celebrate Halloween the same. So this is what it's tying it around, and you want to push the tulle as close as you can together so that it is full, okay? Anyway, so I was saying about Halloween is that we don't really have a lot of opportunity to wear costumes. We can buy pumpkins here. They're very expensive because they're usually imported from North America. But we usually buy one, and the kids get to carve it together. And then we have a Halloween party with some friends. So they get candy, they get a chance to dress up, and it still gives us a taste of our like North American roots. So, you know, my kids don't know any different. I, of course, have memories of trick-or-treating in small town America, and, you know, back in the 80s, I know trick-or-treating when I was a kid was different than it is now. I know they've made, you know, a lot more, you know, just because for safety reasons, you can't trick-or-treat the same way we used to. So, anyway, that's what our Halloween is. Oh, in Australia, yeah. I think it seems like it's kind of an American thing, some of the trick-or-treating, but sometimes those traditions spread. Did you take it out already? You're done? That was like 15 minutes. I mentioned this before, but Rose's attention span for TV is like 10 minutes. So when I want 45 minutes to do a Facebook show, it doesn't really work. I do find that if she's watching with her brothers, she'll watch longer if they're sitting with her. Rose, go put that back up by the TV. So because I have this tie, if this ends up too loose, I can definitely make it tighter. But you can see this is looking really cute. So you just have to keep going around, folding it in half. And so if you don't want to watch me do this the whole time, you can leave the video playing, go wash the dishes, and then come back in a few minutes. No, I love hanging out with all you guys and seeing and hearing what you're up to. And Rose, can you go around the other way? Go behind the camera. Go behind the camera. I do love fabric pumpkins. Hope I made some a few years ago, but I haven't made any for a while. Do you want your water? No. Look at what Mommy's making for you. Does that look pretty? It's going to be a pretty skirt. Rose just started a dance class. So yesterday we went to her dance class, and she picked out her clothes, and of course she just picked out like shorts and a t-shirt. So maybe we can get some double use out of this tutu by wearing it to her little, definitely not ballet. I mean, it's 2-year-old, so it's just kind of like a movement class. But she loves it, and she talks about dance class all the time. The boys are going to, I think, just reuse, we just did for them a Star Wars birthday party. So my sons have birthdays in, they're 2 years apart, but they have birthdays in back-to-back months. So often we just do a joint party, and you know, they have a lot of the same friends or siblings that are friends anyway. So if we did 2 parties, we'd be just inviting the same people, you know, 1 month and then the next month. So we just did a joint Star Wars party at the beginning of September, and they both got, we kind of made costumes for both of them. So they will be reusing their Star Wars costumes for that. And then Rose will hopefully, if this turns out, be a peacock. Yeah, it's going to be a peacock skirt. All right, I'm going to do a few more, and then we'll have enough to see what the back would look like, and I can fill in the front after I'm done with this video. So I'll do a few more, because I want to be able to show you at the end what it really looks like. And if you want it more full, you can just put in, like in between these, put more layers of tulle. But so cute, right? And so easy. So if this is too long, which it might be long, so I can just take a scissors and trim along there. All right, let's do 2 more greens and 2 more blues. And then, and if you're just joining, like I said before, if you can buy tulle on the roll, then you just have to cut the length. You don't have to mess around with cutting the width like I did. So I cut this about 6 inches, which is what the tulle on the roll comes in. That's the general width that's recommended to use for the tutus. So anyway, but this, I just cut this about 6 inches wide, and then I'm cutting each of my pieces in half because I just bought this by the yard. Rose, what are you doing down there? She's laying on the floor. Yeah, this would be great for yourself. There's actually some really cool tutorials that I've seen, or like adult tulle skirts that are just gorgeous. I saw one made out of black, that it was black tulle. It wasn't tied like this. It was gathered and sewn with a sewing machine. But it was, and it had like some black fabric underneath of it. Anyway, it was so gorgeous. I would totally wear it in a second. So I think there are some really, really great, beautiful things obviously you can make with tulle, and then there's some just very costumey things. It's all about the color and, the selection. So, all right, so we're gonna take a break with the tulle. And I haven't gone all the way around, but you'll be able to just see the back of the costume, which is the cutest part. So I'm going to move the rest of this tulle down, and I'm going to move this, let's see, whoop. Now my serger's going to be all, my serger thread's going to be all messed up. If you didn't see the shirt that I made on Monday, it's this one. And this is the back. So this is going to be the back of the peacock costume. And it's going to kind of go together like that. So I think we have the makings of a very cute design. And on the blog post that I've listed in the description, I've given you a template to cut out the peacock feathers if you want. You can definitely just make up your own. But I have included a template for you if you want to take a look. So this is my gorgeous hot glue gun tray that I use every time I use hot glue, because it ends up to be a mess and dripping all over. So what are you doing down there, silly girl? I'm gonna go down here and plug this in. Ribbon, you're tying it on. I'm tying it on elastic. I put the tulle is tied on elastic so that it's still a little bit of a stretchy band to go on. All right, so we're gonna cut some peacock feathers, and I think my goal is to make about 10. We'll see, and then put them in the back of the skirt. So we've got, the felt was also by the yard in the fabric market, so I have more felt than I know what to do with. No, that's hot. That's hot. Okay, don't touch that, okay, Rosie? More felt than I know what to do with. But maybe I'll go into business making the peacock, since we have so many. So I'm going to try to cut several layers of felt at the same time. I think I can do that. This one isn't as thick either to cut out the feathers. So if you hop over to my blog, you can download the template, and then you'll be able to cut out the feathers quite easily. So this is, probably can't cut this many layers. All right, so I'm just gonna pop a couple pins on here and then cut out. So the peacock feathers are 4 layers. So, and yes, you can use whatever color tool you think looks best. I just used what I could find in the market and what I thought looked the most like peacock feather colors. What? Oh, where's your other shoe? Go look out in the living room. I don't know. Rose was recently gifted with those like plastic high heels that little girls are. I mean, I've had 2 sons, so some of this mothering a girl thing is new to me. And even as a 3rd-time mom, when it's a different gender, there are things, you know, the boys never wanted plastic high heels. But it's so fun to see the things that she's into. So, all right, here I'm cutting this kind of teardrop shape as the base of the feather. Okay, and then we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna cut a couple more feathers, and then we'll cut the next shape. So again, like I said, it's 4 layers of kind of varying size and shape. If you want to download the template from my blog, you can just click through, and I've included it on the information where I shared about the shirt that I made. And then after this video is done, I'll post the final picture of the tutu and also this video, so that people who, you know, if you want to keep making, you'll be able to make the whole outfit. Okay, so now we're going to, we have the base of the feathers. We're going to cut out the next shape, which, pretend this is filled in, is sort of this teardrop shape. And I'm just going to cut off the top of this felt because it's so much. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I have a whole yard of each of these colors, and I'm going to need just a tiny bit to make these shapes. All right, so let's start with the blue. You can, you know, do these however you want to. And honestly, I almost feel like I don't need the template. I just need to like cut. But if I use a template, then they'll all be somewhat the same shape and size, which is probably good. Because if I don't use the template, then they might get all sorts of wonky sizes. And I probably do want, I don't care if the shape is exactly the same on everyone, but it would be nice if the size was uniform, since we are layering. So I want the 4 layers to kind of match up and just a little bit of each color to show through and not too much of one. Rose is singing. Rachel, did you have boys? Do you have sons? I had 2 sons, and we had always wanted to adopt, so we just were excited to adopt a girl. So, but yeah, after 2 boys, I was thinking, I don't know if I can be a mom of 3 boys if I went ahead and if we had another child. Plus, I wasn't super excited about the idea of being pregnant again. So, I had some difficult pregnancies. But anyway, if you want to hear our full adoption story, it's on my YouTube channel, or probably if you go back through old Facebook videos. But I did kind of tell our whole adoption story at one point last spring. So you can take a look at that. All right, so this is what we have. I don't know where your other shoe is. You have to go look for it. I can't look right now when I'm done. So this will be on there like this, okay? And then we'll be adding another layer of green. And then we have one final layer. And, no. Oh, Rose, don't. Not an earthquake, just Rose. You can't grab that, okay? Okay. So I mean, once we get to the gluing, this is going to go together really quickly. And then we just have to also attach these to the skirt. I'm not sure if I'm just going to hot glue them directly in or put them on ties, but we'll figure that out when we get to that point. So anyway, do you generally make Halloween costumes, or do you buy costumes? I know that sometimes you can get them so cheap that it doesn't even seem worth buying, especially if you shop at the end of the previous season. My mom bought the boys' ninja costumes that she had gotten after Halloween last year, and they were like 99 cents at Walmart. So, you know, which is ridiculous. They have to be losing money on that. Halloween and no one wants ninja costumes. I guess you're just trying to get rid of them. So if I thought and shopped ahead, of course, what kid can decide what they want to be for Halloween a year in advance, though? They all want to decide in the moment, and then even then my boys have a hard time deciding. Yes, this is felt that I purchased by the yard, so I have lots of it, but I can always use felt. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? 10. I'm going to have quite the mess under my table. And yeah, we have book character day at school, which the boys love as well. All right, don't tell, but I don't have my scissors, so I just cut paper with my sewing scissors. All right, so we're gonna add the final accent on this feather is going to be this royal blue piece right here, and then we'll put all the layers together and glue them up. So if you don't want to make your own pieces, you can download the template from my blog and then watch the video to see how you put it together, or you can probably just look at the pictures and see how to put it together. I don't think you really need a whole video, but all right, so that's what the final piece is looking like. And so I'm at the moment I'm cutting out 10, enough to make 10 feathers, and if I don't think that looks like enough when I finish, then I can add more. But I think if I incorporate, do you want it off? 10 feathers into this, then we'll see how it goes. So, ooh, Wizard of Oz theme. Those are gonna be great costumes. Is it for a whole family, like adults and kids being in the Wizard of Oz? That will be very, very cute. All right, that's 6, so just a couple more. And then we'll start gluing. I'm sure my hot glue gun is warmed up. Hopefully I can do this project without burning myself.
Mommy.
Yes?
Mom.
What?
Jack home.
Jack will be home after school.
Bye, Mommy.
After school. She starts first thing in the morning asking when the boys will be home from school. And it's a long day. Oh, just the kids are going to be, I know, I cut the paper with my scissors, but I'm trying to be conscious of you guys as well, and my paper scissors are all the way in the other room, so you don't want me to run and do that. Jack will be home later, Rose. All right, scraps on the floor, and I'll put one together so we can kind of see how this is going to be looking. And so this is what the peacock feather is going to look like. And so all I'm going to do is just glue these layers together and then quickly have a cute feathers. So felt and hot glue are a match made in heaven, because honestly the glue like melts into the felt and it will never ever come apart. So there's one feather. If you want to add some designs with like markers for additional like markings, you could do that, but I'm...
Mom.
What, Rose? What? Okay, tell me when you're done. I might have to take a quick bathroom break. Go help Rose in the bathroom. Are you sure you're all done?
Yeah.
Okay. There's my mom, who is awesome and the best at like just making it work. You know, she doesn't worry about if it's like never been done or if it's not supposed to be that way. Rose, just a second. But anyway, she was wearing a wool skirt once, and I don't remember where she was going, but hey Rose, just a minute. Anyway, the zipper broke on her skirt, so she used hot glue on this wool skirt to just do a quick fix instead of actually fixing the zipper. And when she was done, because wool is a lot like felt and it got into all the glue got into all the fibers, she had to cut herself out of the skirt because it was like permanently stuck together. So I always think about that when I'm doing a hot glue project, that it's like permanent, it's not going to come apart. So anyway, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go help Rose in the bathroom and I'll be right back. I'm still here. I'll be right back. What? Are you done? Oh, all done. You said you were done. You put your underwear back on. Apparently we're having a little, oh, there's my mom. Yes, you never got out of the skirt. You had to cut yourself out, didn't you? Okay, then go back. Then go finish. You need to put your underwear on so you can try on my skirt. Okay? Go put your underwear on. Mommy has something for you to try on. So anyway, hot glue and felt are a great combination for crafting because it goes together super quick and it's a permanent bond. So another great tip when you're using felt is if you have a whole bunch of, you know, all the like spidery webs that come off of spidery webs that come off of felt or of hot glue gun projects. You know, there's like all the strings that are hanging off. If you take a hair dryer and you just turn it on and wave it over whatever you've made, it will melt all those strings and you won't have to spend 20 minutes picking all the strings off. So that's my quick tip for getting rid of hot glue spidery strings, is using a hair dryer, and it really does melt them away very quickly. So from Brazil, I think that might be that's the first person I've seen from South America, I think. This one got a little bit weird on my cutting, I guess. But peacock feathers are not all uniform, are they? They're all unique. Okay, you can leave that off because Mommy's going to put on this skirt, okay?
Okay, Mom.
So you can just wait. Okay, I'll call you when I'm ready. Not quite yet. So some are unique shapes. Unique shapes, and people checking in from all over, which is so fun. Sorry, Rose is walking through. Okay. Hey, Rose, you can't stand right there. You can't stand right there.
I can't.
You can stand right here, okay? The name of, yeah, right there is good. The name of my vlog is Naptime Creations, and I do a lot of sewing projects for kids and some for women. I have not really done any sewing projects for my husband, although he keeps asking for like a matching swimsuit or something when I sew for the boys. But as of yet, I just do some like alterations on his clothes. I haven't really made him too much. So anyway, so yeah, on my blog I have lots of free patterns and free tutorials. Just fun things like this shirt that I actually made. This one is sewn from a free pattern that is free for you to download, and it's in sizes 2 through 10, and I call it a girl's shirt because it's just a little more fitted. And I actually have a boys t-shirt pattern as well if you want to grab that. So there's one, I got your whole family covered, boys and girls, with the free t-shirts. So anyway, there's I also have some paid patterns, but I really want people to be able to sew, especially for their kids, and not be worried about the cost of patterns. So my free patterns are, of course, just simple, classic, nothing like fancy. I don't have any wedding dress free patterns, but we do have a bunch of simple ones that are great just to get started for sewing for your kids. So, all right, so 10 peacock feathers, 1 tulle skirt. You can see where this is going to go. Super, super cute. So, yes, Lynn, the front, oh, that's hot. The front is a 2T and the back is 3T, only in the width down here, not in the shoulders, because we don't want it like hanging over the shoulders. But I did cut it wider here just to make sure it could go around her. Okay. What are you doing? If you're going to talk, you got to at least use words. Okay, so now, use words. All right, now I have to figure out, hey, let Mommy talk. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to attach these to the skirt. So what I'm thinking is I'll put the feathers on pieces of felt of varying lengths. So when I hang it in the skirt, they'll be hanging down, some shorter, some longer, because I want them kind of all incorporated in the tulle. So I'm going to cut this felt, some longer, some shorter, and then I'm going to glue these. So we're making like a short, a medium, and a long, different lengths, and then we'll try putting it in. So on the back of this feather, I'm going to attach this, and then this is how I'm going to try to put it on the skirt. So we'll see if it works. Again, I haven't made this costume before, but how many peacock tutu skirts does a person need? I only need 1, so I'm making it with you guys. You found your shoe! Does the peacock need to wear plastic high heels with the outfit? Yeah. All right, so they'll hang down like this, and I definitely need to go over these with, we have spidery hot glue strings all over, but I will wait to do that later. I don't think you can see through the video all my spiders, all my cobwebs. All right, so there are my feathers. Here's my skirt. Shh, Rosie. So now I guess I just have to, you're stuck. See, they're just going to hang in there. Doesn't that look awesome? Okay, so I think I'm just going to, yeah.
No, Mommy.
No, that's Rosie's skirt.
Oh.
I think I'm just going to hot glue it along the top. So this is like kind of the same length. So the ones that are the same length, I'm not going to put next to each other. And some I might put on the under layer, like open it up and glue it more inside. So we've got just varying lengths of feather. But doesn't that look so cute? I'm loving it. She is gonna, so sweet. So let's see. What are you doing? So obviously you have to adjust the length of the feathers as you want. And, you know, use your, no, that's hot still, hot. Use the felt. I think I actually made mine a little bit too long. I think that the felt could have actually been shorter. But we'll just go and trim that later. And then I am going to fill it, Rose. Please don't touch that. You're going to burn yourself and then you're going to be sad. Okay. Let's see. We'll put a long one over here on this side. And then this long one over here on this side. Do you like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the back of the skirt, and oh, my mom's telling hot glue gun stories. I love it. We were definitely a hot glue family. She would hot glue things to the wall even sometimes if she didn't want to like actually hang them. And staple gun. Tons of staple guns in the wall. All right, I'm going to put this shirt on Rose over here in our little dressing area. And then I'll put the skirt on and we'll show you the full back. So just a moment while we, out of the camera. Okay, just a moment while we get changed. So it's definitely still warm here for wearing this long sleeve shirt, but I'm hoping in another month we can either turn up the air conditioning high and wear this long sleeve shirt. But I thought if I made a long sleeve shirt, then she can wear it. It's not cold. She can wear it all winter as well when it does cool off. So, and we're going back to Wisconsin for Christmas, so I'm super excited. All right, can you step in? And step. Ah, so cute. All right. Okay, stay turned that way. So I do need to tighten up my elastic a little bit. It seems that when I was adding, with adding all this weight, it's pulling it down. But, so there you go. A peacock. This one is a little bit long. I need to shorten that, but super cute, right? So you can make yourself this top, and it has this back. You can find a fun print, and then this easy tutu skirt with peacock feathers. So you can grab the template for these feathers off my blog post, as well as get all the details for making a shirt like this. And the tutu is pretty simple. So you just saw me put it together from scratch, although I do need to finish the tulle in the front. It's open. So we're not quite there And I think underneath, if she just wears it with like kind of some short leggings, it will be a really cute look. So anyway, that's me for today, my project, this skirt. And get yourself a good hot glue gun that doesn't shock yourself. And please like my Facebook page. If you want to join my pattern group, you can go ahead and ask to join, and I will accept everyone when I'm done with this today. So thank you so much for joining me. I've loved chatting with you tonight and making this, which is great. I'm almost ready for Halloween, a month early, which is great. Usually I'm like making it the night before. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Please like my Facebook page, say hi, and we'll catch you all next week. Bye.